Alright, so we're going to start doing a playthrough here of the legendary campaign for the final shape. I've got a warlock that I've been wanting to do this on for just a little bit, and I thought, why not include everyone else that wants to watch it? You know? Could be fun. So, full disclosure, I have played through this campaign twice, and so far I've been awful at it every single time, which is awesome, and definitely not a hit to my pride at all. So we're going to have a good time. You guys are going to watch me die a bunch. Sorry, you guys are going to watch me unalive a bunch, and maybe jump off of things I shouldn't jump off of, maybe run into things I shouldn't run into, you know, just fun stuff. And maybe along the way I'll try to pick up a secret here or there, show you where it's at, you know. Alrighty, as you can see here, we've got my warlock, which, again, since I have already played through, I've kind of kitted him out just a little bit already. Got also a Titan and a Hunter as well. Hunter is kind of my main, you know. I mean, who's not a Hunter main right now, right? And Titans, we don't talk about Titans. But Warlock is kind of where I started playing Destiny. This is actually a copy over of my very first character from Destiny 1. So let's do this. I am way more of a Hunter main right now, so you guys are going to watch me struggle through playing Warlock again, because it's been a hot minute since I've played Warlock in any form. So I've already gone through this once before, so I've already unlocked Prismatic, so we're playing with Prismatic right now. That's why you see Void and Solar down there in my bottom left. So let's just have a good time going through this first mission. We'll cry through the rest of them.
I will try to buy us time. Go.
Take it. The witness must be using them to search for us. That's a sphere of concentrated darkness, which means it's contained in a resident shadow.
It is ridiculous just how good Warlocks are right now. They just burn through everything. I mean, Hunters are even more ridiculous right now. But it's still insane, just like how much of an easier time I'm having with this campaign than I did on my Hunter. And part of that's having done it through once, but the other part is just that this class is just ridiculous right now. And then especially when paired with something like the Graviton Lance, like, you're just burning through everything. It might take a second. It might take them, you know, a little bit to burn down some shields or something, but nothing's staying up for long. Boom. There we go. Pick up those little orbs of power.
Let's try activating that concentration of darkness again.
Gotta say, that's my favorite part about the Graviton Lance, just those little mini explosions that happen after. Just so much fun. And would it be a playthrough without using a crafted call? Which is also another absolutely just ridiculous gun. I mean, really, Bungie just knocked it out of the park this go around.
It worked. The light made the imagined structures solid, made them real.
And I gotta say, just like the view. I mean, you don't play in this space for long, so you don't really like, at least in the playthroughs I've seen, a lot of people haven't really taken the time to like look around, but like just some of the cool stuff around here that you can see. Like, look at that ship right there. That old Golden Age ship. That's pretty rad. And little shipping containers and stuff like that. Which is a pretty neat situation you got going on here. I just can't even imagine what it was like for the art team when they're basically told, make whatever the hell you want.
Scans are inconclusive.
Like, that had to be a fun meeting to have with the creative director, you know?
Material composition.
New friends.
I'm not sure what that region is. It reads like a silo, but its genetics are scrambled. Changed.
Agents of the Black Fleet. Nezarec, Volk, even Callus. They're just the beginning.
You know, one of the things I need to get better at as a player here is... Oh, that was kind of fun. One of the things I get better at as a player here is using my super more often, because, I mean, you get it back so quickly nowadays with all the different armor mods and everything, and I'm really not playing the most, like, optimized loadout, but I still got my super back within the first, like, 3 minutes of playing this campaign. And it's like, why don't I use it more? I mean, obviously there's no real need to right now, but it's still fun. It's your super, you know? I should also throw out there that I am a mostly solo player. Like, I'll do my strikes, I'll do some Crucible matches here, but right now, pretty much all solo. So, if anyone out there wants to do some dual Destiny or anything like that, I'd be really down to do it. As I, you know, cardinal sin. I don't enjoy LFG too much. You know, I'm a pretty regular guy here. I got a day job. You know, not the best player in the world as you guys are watching right now. I'd like to just take it slow and not get real sweaty, you know what I mean? So if anyone out there would like to do some dual Destiny and like keep it nice and chill, I'd be totally down. As long as we're gonna keep it regular guy speed, you know? I always forget about this Minotaur here. Every single time. It's just like he's invisible and it just makes him legitimately invisible to my brain. I should probably also say, like, these little acorns right here, they're pretty cool, like, embodiment of the darkness, and they affect the dark materials around here. So what's kind of neat when you shoot them, at least in this plane of existence, when you shoot them, it shows what could be here. So you'll see the little, like, these are what could be next. So we need the light to be able to put it all together to make a physical manifestation of what could be. And that's what we're doing. We're gonna go get the light. Alright, and this little orb on the ground right here is the personification of the light. We're just going to pick that up and you're going to get a little buff called Icon of the Light. They're really trying to teach you, from what I've seen, raid mechanics. Personally, like I said earlier, I'm just a normal guy here, just a regular guy. Don't really have a lot of time for raiding. So I haven't done it personally, but I have watched Aztecross and them with that crazy 36-hour stream. I mean, Jesus. But I did watch them go through it, at least a little bit of it. And a lot of the mechanics they have you do throughout this campaign, or this legendary campaign, you end up repeating later on. Really, Bungie just did an all-around good job getting people prepared. Which you can't always say, unfortunately. They've definitely had their fair share of flops, to put it lightly. So, after getting that Icon of Light, unfortunately a bubble has popped up, and I guess we just gotta go home now. Can't get through, you know? Oh, wait, here's this thing to shoot. It's like that thing that brought down the barrier earlier. A little darkness thingy. It's kind of gross looking. Let's shoot it. So, yeah. Got through the barrier, and now we're just going to shoot the acorn. Look at that. Everything is real now. Woo! The enthusiasm, right, guys?
I have not been able to reach the Vanguard. Even my bond with my brother is faint.
We'll find the others. We have to.
You know, the one fun part about replaying through this mission so many times is coming up here, we're going to get our first taste of Prismatic. I'm not sure exactly what to call this. What's the word I'm looking for? Prismatic. Mechanic. There we go. Yeah, so we get a taste of first little Prismatic Mechanic. So normally, you can't shoot these guys, but because I have played through this multiple times now, and I have my Prismatic class, we're going to go ahead, I'm going to show you guys what it looks like. It's fun. So we're going to pop Prismatic, and now that I'm Prismatic-y, I can shoot them and break their shield. Look how cool that is. So anyone who's played through the campaign and got to this part specifically, go back and get your revenge. Play through it again. It's kind of fun. A little bit cathartic, you know? Just a little bit cathartic, because I definitely scuffed a run not knowing that the first time and got absolutely wrecked. 'Cause I was like, Ghost, what do you mean I can't take them on? I'm the Guardian. I can do whatever I want. Yeah, no, you can't. But what we can do, here we go. Look at that. That skybox is insane. Look at this thing. Absolutely gorgeous. Alright, let's go do this. Man, playing a warlock, the mobility is real rough coming from a hunter. Like, Titan and Warlock mobility is pretty similar. But gosh, I just don't enjoy the Hunter mobility so much better. And at this point, I kind of feel like my Hunter should be able to teach my Warlock how to do a triple jump, at least a double jump. Like, he doesn't have to be perfect at it, but I just feel like he should be able to teach him by now. Like, it's been 10 years. Come on, Hunters. Let's teach our Warlocks how to jump. Alright guys, so I'm not gonna lie, I die here all the time, multiple times, mostly because I get cocky, I forget that I can heal myself. My first playthrough of this as a warlock, I absolutely got wrecked, and it's again, down to the mobility issue here, you know? I'm just, I'm used to a way more mobile class, and I'm not used to having to look where I want to jump, if I'm honest. A hunter, you can kind of just turn your brain off and dodge and punch and dodge and punch, and for a regular guy, that's kind of fun because, you know, you work all day, you work all night, and then you just want to come home and you want to dodge and punch and dodge and punch and dodge and punch, and then you go to play Warlock and you actually have to think. And that's just, that's asking for a lot, you know? Alright, let's shoot the acorn. So we're gonna just go ahead and pop that because I already said I need to start using it more. You know, why not? Why not now? I can't remember what my drop of edge transit is. But gosh, it's such a fun grenade launcher, and I'm not a grenade launcher kind of guy. I personally enjoy rockets a lot more, or machine guns. I'm not a big grenade launcher or sword guy. Which I know, that's like cardinal sin, Destiny player, you know? You see so many like in the meta that are just like, grenade launcher this, sword that, lament this. And it's just not me, you know? Not my cup of tea. But Edge Transit, I will say, I enjoy. It's just got such a cool firing and reloading animation. It's one of the few that I think that I can get over my preferences and just play because it's fun. Look at that. No, orb! And he's gone forever. Alright, we got our Icon of Light, and I remembered why I should have held off my super. This guy is fairly easy to kill if you hit all of your shots. Fairly easy to take down. I don't know if you guys have noticed yet, I miss 99% of the time, and I just get lucky occasionally and hit things, you know? We're just a regular guy playing some Destiny. And, you know, wants to make some content with everyone. Where is... Oh, there he is. Will Crushed Knight. That's a kind of neat name. You know, I try to read the Destiny names, like the character names, because sometimes you get some cool stuff like some repeating characters and such. But I'll be honest, when I'm going through this, a lot of times I'm just like, hey, that's the bad guy, shoot the bad guy. And then I watch a My Name is Bife video, or I watch a Mylan Games video, and I'm like, he was there? And then I go and play through it again, and I'm like, oh wow, I just blew him up with an Apex, you know? So I guess what I'm trying to say there is look at the names occasionally. Might see some old nemesis.
When you find my brother, tell him the Allied Coalition will protect the city in the Vanguard's stead. Tell him that we will join you as soon as we are able.
I do this every time, guys. When you come up here, you need to go this way. But every single time I come over here and I look over here and I'm like, oh, look what's over here, guys. You can't, you know, if I jump down there, I'm going to die. That's a lie. I'm not going to die if I jump down there. I started off here. But it's kind of cool to look at this map from this view. Alright, justifying my little turnaround there. Let's go ahead over here. See, this is where you get your first chest. You get them right here. If this is your first time playing, 2 chests here. If you're on a legendary pop-up, give you some legendary shards, give you some gear, give you some, oh wait, not legendary shards, enhancement cores. give you some gear, you know, all the good stuff. Some upgrade modules. You're gonna need some of those if you play multiple classes. I mean, even if you don't play multiple classes, you're gonna need those. And whoosh, here we go. Anyway, that's where you would get your stuff. And those guys are prismatic, that's why I wasn't shooting them. As you can see, I didn't pay attention enough to fill my prismatic bar. Really getting to the root of the matter, you know? All right, it is at this point in your first mission that I would recommend doing one little thing before you move forward. Look at the skybox. Look at this. It's so neat.
Guardian, that vision.
Like, this has some of the coolest skyboxes.
Inside the Traveler.
And like the feed effects, like look at that, the ripple effects, that is so neat. Like, they really outdid themselves here. Alright, so they start you looking out this way, like looking towards the light, you know? Not symbolic at all, right? But you turn around and look at the darkness. That's where you gotta go. But I actually do recommend doing one thing. If this is your first time playing through, you might have gotten some cool gear. Just go take a little look real quick. Check through, see what you've gotten, you know what I mean? You might have something neat in there that you want to put on. Just take a quick look, you know? If you played through a few times, this is your reminder to upgrade your gear. You get some gear throughout this as you know, go through stuff. Just check, see if you need to upgrade anything, you know? So, that said, let's move on. God, these are so neat. Just that splash effect. We're in the Traveler. How neat were those effects? And, you know, the first time I played through this, I didn't even notice that the rocks were appearing around. Like, this was a manifestation of your memories. Didn't even get it. I just ran straight through here like a total dingus, you know, like a total hunter main. Just ran right through and was like, oh, look at all the shiny effects. Oh. Nope. And what's really neat is if you look at the foliage, look at that. That's a warlock right there. Casting a little Nova Bomb or something, or throwing a grenade or something. You see a little... Look at that. That's neat. I don't believe it's your own character. I think it's a warlock each time. But they definitely have representations of each of the classes as you run through here. There's definitely a Titan. I think that there's a Hunter, but there's definitely a Titan one in here I recognized last time. Last time I played through this. But this is such a cool zone. Look at this stuff, guys. The foliage, the mountains. I mean, that's not, I mean, I guess it's not really a mountain as much as just like a little hill. But all the details just cool. And look at the ghosts over here. Like, this is just super neat. Got a city over there. You could say the last city. And then, you know, that thing.
No comm signals from Seoul. Zavala, Ikora, do you read us?
Right here, you can't tell me that that's not like a Titan or like a Keitel or something, you know? a Keitel. You guys know what I mean. It's just so cool, all the stuff they put in here.
I can feel the light here.
I know that when you're actually playing through the patrol mode, there is something for you to collect up here. Be honest, I can't remember exactly what it was. So maybe I'll look it up in the post, you know, when I'm editing this and actually say what it is there. But there is a collectible somewhere up in that when you're in the patrol. Let's go take a look at this. Look at this nonsense. Really just outdid themselves here. Okay, let's use our strand. So as we come up here, I have, like I said, I've played through this a few times. As we come up here, we're going to be met with the other new enemy. And I believe these ones are called the Grim, I want to say, or something like that. I think it says it on their little name thing here. Resonating Grim, yeah. So what these things will do is they'll scream at you after shooting you a little bit, and when they scream at you, it silences you, just like any other MMO, you know? You can't use any of your abilities. Your jump is just a little guy like that. There's no, like, ability to it. You just kind of, yeah, it flattens you out a little bit. So, my recommendation is to kill them as fast as possible, because it's really annoying when you're in a fight, especially like the last fight of this campaign, and they're just screaming at you the whole time. So another thing, and they cover it as you play through the campaign here. Bungie did a really great job at explaining like how the mechanics of Transcendence and Prismatic work. But as I've been saying, I haven't been doing good at filling up my Prismatic bar here. That is because when you use your light abilities, it fills up half the bar, and when you use your darkness abilities, it fills up the other half, and that goes extending over to your ammo types. So, Graviton Lance is a void, and so is my Edge Transit. So both of those will fill up my light side of my bar. However, my call, or last call, is it call? That last call? My sidearm that I'm using right now. The sidearm I'm using right now. I'm thinking too much, talking too much, that's why I died there. And blame everyone else but yourself. Anyway, this is a strand weapon, and it will fill up the darkness side. Okay, there, so we just picked up an Icon of Darkness. Bungie's made it really nice and clear when you have a specific thing picked up now. In the past, they weren't as clear when you had persistent buffs. Like having something picked up like this. It used to fall down the bottom left-hand side, where you saw desperate measures at. And now, it's up at the top. And when I turn it in, that disappears. Woo, look at us go. Good job, guys. Go team.
I think I can channel the power coming out of that wellspring of light and dark.
I really like the kaleidoscope situation here. But I'm not gonna lie, it just like... kind of just looks like a butthole on the ground. It looks really neat in the skybox, don't get me wrong, but on the ground it's just like a weird crystal butthole. Alright, anyway, let's go ahead and activate our Transcendence. Let's get this rolling around, rolling on. Let's get this rolling. Go ahead and throw that, throw that. You will all notice as I play through this that I play a very weird type of somewhere between aggressive and passive. That's not the right word. Defensive is the right word. Somewhere between aggressive and defensive when I play these kind of games like Destiny. I just don't like. I like running in, but I also don't like running in, and then like it gets me killed because then I hesitate on what I'm doing. So just know that I also know that that was not the best way to handle things. When you see me do whatever it is that I do and you're like, why did he do that? I know that too. I'm thinking the same thing. Why did I do that? Speaking of which, I miss this every time I come through here. And I made sure this time that as I was coming up here that in my head I'm going, hey, don't miss the rally banner, don't miss the rally banner. So everyone else, don't miss the rally banner here. It's kind of nice, you know, refill all your special ammo and your heavy ammo. Fill up your super, all the good stuff. I gotta say though, I'm really excited to get farther in on this Warlock. I've been seeing a lot of kind of fun builds around Bleak Watcher and Getaway Artist, which I know there's one build. I said builds. I know there's just one. It just looks like fun. I know everyone else is like, oh, it's a boring build. Everyone uses it, but there's a reason everyone uses it. There's a reason. It's because it's fun. Have some fun. Find something joyful to do with your day. You know? For some people, that's the Bleak Watcher build. For others, I don't know, Liar's Handshake. You know, dodge, punch, dodge, punch. But I also would really like to play around. I'd really like to play around with a Sun Bracers situation, because I missed out on last season's Warlock builds. I was too busy having fun as a hunter, bouncing around, dodge punch, you know what I mean? Throwing those orbs as a strand hunter, just having a good time. And I didn't take enough time to play my Warlock, and I missed out on it. So I'm really looking forward to getting farther in Prismatic to where I can start using those again. Because right now, we're kind of stuck with just using Mesrek Sin or Fellwatcher's. Fellwatcher? That's not what it is. Fellwarden? Why can't I remember his name? What is the thing? This guy. Fellwinter. There we go. It's pretty much what we got. I mean, since I am playing Prismatic, something I should have been doing this whole time, and I keep forgetting. It's why I would like to start playing. It's why I would like to learn how to use words. Is that I can consume my grenade like my normal grenade, not my transcendent one. And get a Bleak Watcher turret, because that's what I'm actually running right now. God, I hate this dance. I do this every single time with this thing. Every single time I do this. And there's no reason. No reason at all. Alright. Talking too much. Not playing enough. I know, I know. Alrighty, let's do this again. Let's not mess it up this time. Also, here we go. Here's that turret I was talking about. Let's do that. Boom! Come on! So I didn't used to like it. I'm a big fan, though, of Phoenix Dive. Didn't used to be my cup of tea, and I picked it up with going prismatic. I picked it up, and I gotta say, it's kind of fun. I don't actually know how to really use it. Let's just be honest with ourselves. But I do find the gameplay loop of healing myself with it to just be kind of satisfying. I think it's just all around a satisfying ability. Alright, so anytime I kill something with Graviton Lance, it's going to do that, what it just did just now. Those little explosions. We talked about it a little bit earlier. I always forget that it's so good at ad clear. I do, every single time. I forget that that's like the whole point of that gun, is clear the ads. And it gets me in trouble because then I end up in situations where I should be clearing the ads and I'm just looking off into La La Land. Or I've got my call out and I'm just blasting away, or, you know, I don't know, a bow for some reason. And who's using bows in 2024, right? Look at that. It almost looked like I meant to do that. I'm gonna let everyone know now, too, that you will at some point see me be almost done with a mechanic. You'll see me be almost done doing something in this campaign, and then, as a warlock, you will watch me fly right off the edge of the map. Or right off the edge of some anything. Just anything in general. And that's just because I don't think Bungie meant for warlocks just to be mobile. I'm just gonna be honest. I don't think they did. I think that they wanted warlocks to just hang out. Just to have a good time being nerds, you know? Using the not darkness, using void. Yeah, you know what? Using darkness. Just doing stuff, you know? Having a good time. And then they decided that mobility needed to be a thing. And instead of giving warlocks something cool to do, you know, jump puzzles with, they were like, hey, you're gonna glide around at the worst speed known to a guardian ever, and just gonna whoosh, whoosh. I have kind of control, whoosh. For some reason, I can't learn to double jump or triple jump like my other guardian friends. And I just don't get it. Because, like, here's the thing. Let's go to Blink. Let's go to Blink. You're gonna tell me I'm supposed to actually navigate using that? Like, what? What? No, that's not happening. And then these are just all awful. all of them. So we're just going to take that one. You guys watch that grenade just sail right over the edge there? Yep, so did I. You know, I keep getting rolls of that pulse rifle that just dropped. I can't remember. Psi something. Psi Hermetic. I don't know what the name is. Anyway, I keep getting rolls of it over and over and over, and I haven't used it at all yet. You know what? I have no room in here. Why do I have a chaperone? Did that just randomly drop earlier? Be honest, I have no reason to have this on me at all, let alone at light level. This is an old shotgun, everyone. It's fun, you know, it's cool, I guess, but you know, not using it because I have some pride. I don't want you guys to see me die that many times. And you know, maybe I'm wrong. If someone out there wants to send me a build using Chaperone, I would gladly give it a shot. Just to show you all that it's a awful gun that no one should be using. At least that regular guys, you know, regular guys and gals, regular non-binary pals, none of us should be using it. You sweat lords out there, sure, why not? You know? Sweaty confetti and whatnot, right? Oh, I've been meaning to point this out. So we've seen a few of these floating around. There's a thing that you do in patrols later on, and I'm telling you this now because it drove me crazy the entire campaign seeing these. So there's a thing you do in patrols where you have to find a balance in the light and dark. So you'll have to shoot these things with a darkness weapon. So like in this case, I would shoot this one, but you have to be standing in a specific spot. So I can't remember the one here is, but there's a light one of those somewhere around here. It's bluish in color, it's square, it's floaty. Anyway, there's another one just like that, except for it's blue. And you have to shoot that one with a light weapon, and they'll be positioned just so that you can hit both of them. So, the more you know. Right here is where you would get your next set of chests. You would have one here and one here, I believe, and you would get some cool stuff from it. Alright, everyone. We're coming up on what would be the coolest thing ever. If I had recorded it. This is where your ghost would be like, hey, it's the old Vanguard Operating Center. And you could look out here and be like, yeah, look at the old city. Right? Like, look at where I was just shooting stuff at. And then right here, in between these massive roots, a crystal butthole. of prismatic energy. And this is where you would get your subclass. You would unlock it, and it would be right here. You would have this whole little window that you have to click the little prismatic icon, and then it'd be like, oh, look at this. Yeah, here's your prismatic stuff, and it explains everything that it is. When you first start out, there's 1 or 2 of these fragments that you wouldn't have. Again, because the fragments now, the way they work is they unlock account wide. So the fragments you get in your hunter, you'll have them here. The fragments you get on your titan, you'll have them here. Warlock, you'll have them here. You know, all of them. If you got it, you've got it across the whole board. So I've gotten all the fragments except for these 3 right here: bravery, awakening, and generosity. And that's just because I haven't taken the time to do these yet. So I think you should take the time to read these, get to know what they are, find out what works for you. As just like a normal, regular, like I'm not getting into anything crazy player, this build has been kind of working for me right now. I'm a little more excited to unlock these other abilities here and be able to get into, like I said, like a full-on Bleak Watcher build, or even into a full-on Sunbracers situation. But right now, I mean, this is still pretty good. I mean, I can survive most things until I make a dumb decision, you know, and get blown up. The other cool thing is that you can, you know, once you unlock them, you've got more abilities here you can jump into, like the cool new Song of Flame, or Storm Trance, or, you know, Needle Storm. There's some really good abilities in here in combinations that you just couldn't do before, and now with Prismatic you can. So at the end of the day, dig into your character just a little bit. You don't have to get too detailed. Like, I can't look at this and know that that's facet of purpose. However, I do know that right now it's working for my character, you know? Are there better builds that would work better for my character? Yeah, definitely. But for now, this is working just fine. Because if Riley Unloaded can run through a legendary campaign in all white gear, you don't have to be fully optimized. You can just be you. Alright. Let's do this.
Guardian, watch out!
So I have, like I said, played through this a few times now, so I'm used to like how these pop up here. The first time I played this, when it came out, I didn't play day of, but when the Final Shape launched, I did play like second day, third day-ish, I want to say, and I got wrecked over and over and over here. Because the sheer volume of combatants that you're just playing against here, I mean, it's insane. I mean, they really throw you in the deep end here. I mean, it's legendary campaign. They should. Don't get me wrong. But it is crazy just how much gets thrown at you at once. And it's also okay to die here a bunch. You're learning the new mechanics. You're learning the new things that can be done. How to play a new subclass. Completely okay. It's all right. You know, you're not Dado. You're not Aztecross. You know, maybe you're better. Maybe you just work a 9 to 5 and you just don't have time to put as much into this as they do. And if you did, you could be way better than them. Who knows? But that's not where you're at right now. Where you're at right now is slog through this, have a good time, die a few times to it, and just learn what Prismatic is. Learn what these enemies do. You know, like this guy right here shoots stupid hard, or hit stupid hard. And then when he does that, these things will tingle you. And you'll be suspended. And it sucks. Every time it happens. So just, take your time with it. Use cover. And just keep an eye out on when you can do something cool. Because at the end of the day, what is Destiny but an outlet to do cool things within the boundaries of a video game? And you can't tell me that wasn't cool.
That was intense.
It was intense, Ghost.
I need a minute.
Alright. Don't be weird, Ghost. Don't make it weird.
The Traveler. It's hurting. I can feel. I feel it's... Thanks. So, what's next? We're outmatched. We're alone, and what is that noise?
It's coming from over there.
You gotta get better boots, Crow. I could hear you coming a mile away. Now, Aldrin, he could sneak up on a fella. You're not Crow. Well, I'll be damned.
Cade. How long has it been?
A lifetime. The kid told me a few guns were on their way. Said the Vanguard would send their best. It's real good to see you two. I finally have someone to talk to about Crow's stupid haircut. Come on. I'm guessing you have questions. And I won't say I have answers. But let's talk.
I like Crow's haircut.
Where to even start? I died. You probably remember that. Not great. Partly my fault. Lesson learned. Let's not dwell. And after that, nothing. But not a bad nothing. A peaceful nothing. I think I felt her there too. My ghost. Sundance. She was part of me. Or I was part of her. Like we were two cards shuffled back into our deck, whole again. And then there was pain. Separation, something pulling me out. I woke up here in this body alone. No ghost, no way to use the light. And what could make this traumatic experience better than finding my killer waiting for me? But we talked it out because we're adults. He seems nicer these days. Yeah, pretty low bar, I'll admit. Because we got bigger problems. Bigger, weirder problems. Crow said this was all inside the Traveler, but I already knew. It's in pain. Pain I can feel. Somebody's up in that monolith with their hand on a knife. Crow calls it the Witness. And what it's doing out here has a name too. The final shape. It's the end of everything. So I figured, might as well try to stop it.
Alrighty everyone, Future Jivey here, and I just want to let you know I appreciate you watching the video. If you can like and subscribe and hit that bell, you'll get notified when episode 2 comes out. Again, thank you for watching this, and you know what? For funsies, why don't you drop some builds below? Let's talk about how I could optimize this Warlock class, or how others could optimize their class, for an all-around better and more fun time. Alright guys, gals, and non-binary pals, remember, always have fun and have a good time. And I believe I'm supposed to say something in Latin, but it's hard to say, so see you Starside Guardians.